Nope. And welcome to the Makers Making podcast, where points are awarded, but score doesn't matter. I'm joined here tonight with our buddy Reth, the Arnold Schwarzenegger of printing, David, everybody's favorite heathen, Mr. Makerville, right? Howie Dewit, aka Brad, a supporter of many creators, also member of the community, as well as Jonathan, returning for a second time. Jonathan, welcome back, bud.
Thank you.
So, um, we are missing Captain tonight. He's dealing with some family medical stuff, so our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. Um, Other than that, guys, we'll jump into it with a little bit of what everybody's doing. I've been in the process of building a bunch of blasters. Nobody's watching my blaster shorts. Hurt. Um, Dude, I don't know what it is. The algorithm, like yesterday, I posted two shorts. Right, one of them was on a Nerf blaster, 8 views all day. Right, the other one was just the wheel hub of the Cadillac wobbling. Like 2,000 views in 20 minutes. Like, and the day before I did a Nerf Blaster video, it was like 24 views total, like ever. I'm pretty sure YouTube does not like my Nerf Blasters.
The batteries are charging.
Um, but yeah, I've been working on that, working on stealth changer
Oh
stuff.
no!
I got
You
parts on
just
the
rushed
printer
it.
I need to pull off. What about you, Reth? What have you been up to?
Right now, I am counting toys. I have, let's see if we can do this, a whole bunch of toys there I'm counting, all sloth. And then tomorrow, we are going to give away toys at Sunday, no, next week. We're giving
Nice.
away toys at Pride Fest. So I got to clean those up and count them tomorrow and put little business cards on them. And then I'm also going to be turning the 350 V2 into a 250 Trident. I'm basically just going to redo it because we need this. We don't have enough space for all the 350s we have. So I got to make room. That's what I'm up to.
That's a rough transition. You got that Mandela Roseworks uh, bed kinematics on there. I see. How do you like
Yeah.
those?
I don't see a difference in doing first layers. What I do see the difference is in maintenance. So if you've got to, I have all the wires going to Wagos on top. So if you've got to like flip the printer and do sort of wiring maintenance or anything like that, it's so easy just to pop the Wagos, pop all the wires out, and then just take the bed right off. So from a functional point of view of like first layer issues, I don't really see it as helpful. But from a maintenance point of view, it's very helpful.
Nice.
I don't know if it's worth the money, but
I was talking to him at Rocky Mountain, and I talked to him at Murph last year, and I really would love to put their system on the Trident. I think that's where
that is a loud keyboard.
yeah.
That's where it would do the most.
I have
Good,
it on the
but
Trident. I have two of them on Tridents, and they help out too for the same reason. Like if you you want to swap a nozzle and you forgot to move the Z down before you powered off or whatever you're doing, you can just pick the bed up, move it back, and put it right back, and you're fine. You're good to go.
yeah.
So maintenance point of view, I think it's worth it, but functional or practical, I'm not seeing a big difference.
The thing that I like about the Trident is not only the kinematic system, but it's got those different Z wobble things.
I have those too. Um, my issue is on that one. So it works. it just doesn't constrict. It allows too much movement in the rear Z, such that the over time the lead screw, you got the hole right, and the lead screw will
Hmm.
start pushing into the hole.
Hmm.
Because it really allows a lot of movement. The front two are fine. It's that rear one, but that might change with R2 because they move some stuff around on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I haven't put R2 on that machine yet.
I just got their new their build sheet for the switch wire. The fire is it Firethorn? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That
I
that
got
thing
one
is
for the
that thing is
truck.
sweet. That thing
Is
is
that
sweet.
is that the
I like.
one with the built-in wiring for heating?
No, that's
No, it's
that's
just a build plate.
that's Dilpidif's new bed. I got one of those for the V0.
Okay.
That thing, I'm looking forward to that. That thing's gonna be sweet. But because I the one that they had at Rocky Mountain, I saw them. They had that heat bed was up over at about 200 C,
Really?
and it was still climbing. Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I've wanted
they
one for
stopped because it
the
started smoking. But
no. I've wanted one for the Micron. We were supposed to do a thing together. It just never happened.
yeah,
Um,
I'm still waiting for mine for the Mercury. For
yeah,
the net for
so
the Nebula. I'll be excited for that.
we're
But
supposed to do a
the
frame
new
and
build
a
sheet is
bed.
nice. Nice. It
Actually,
takes
we're
time.
supposed to do two beds. We were supposed to do one for the Micron, one for the NG, and then an NG frame.
So Dilpidip does they do really good work. I really love them. I think Bert is an awesome guy. I think what people fail to keep in mind with them is that um, it's kind of like armored printing for them. Like how armored printing is to me is how Dilpidif is to Bert. Like he does it on his off time. So. Um,
It's not his main job as a
it's not
lead
his
work.
it's not his main job. So,
Hence the 6 to 8 week lead time.
right, yeah. So I would just say like get be patient with the man, and the good thing about him too is that if you're crunched for time and you want your money back, he'll give you your money back.
Yeah. No,
Like
this
He
was
does
like
nice work.
a
he does a
sponsored
nice
thing
job.
and
Yeah,
stuff. And, and
yeah.
I'm not terribly fussed about it because uh, me getting that means that somebody else is waiting longer. So
That
yeah,
and yeah, and that's what I told him with my Nebula build when we did that together. Um, I told him I was like I was like just take your time with it. Get the paying customers out the door first. Don't if you don't get to me, you don't get to me. It is what it is. But focus on the paying customers because one, they paid money, and two, you need the money to keep going. So, but the new build sheet from Mandela Rosework is really nice. Um, I've had zero adhesion issues with the switch wire, and actually, the reason why I got it is because when I was talking with, um, oh my god, what's his name is it Wade? I want to say Wade.
yeah.
Uh, when I was talking with him at Rocky Mountain, he was telling me that the thickness of the build sheet allows you to use an eddy probe with a bed with embedded magnets. So I'm gonna try putting either a BD sensor or a cartographer on the switch wire.
That's a good idea.
And with that, let's move over and talk to you, David. What do you got going on? What have you been working
Oh,
on?
hey guys, hi. Uh, so me, it's just another normal day in armored printing world. I've been working on a couple projects. Um, Currently, I am just for fun printing some helmets. I'm finishing
You don't
a
need to
new.
cover up that pretty face, man. You don't. I mean, come on, man.
It's for my shelf. I need
Oh,
to
okay.
I need to add to my collection. My collection is looking a little thin right now, so um, I'm working on a Mandalorian helmet. I just finished. Actually, the XL just stopped printing right now. My Sentinel helmet. So I'll be doing the Sentinel helmet next, and then I don't know if you guys saw it in Tuesday's stream, but I just finished putting together a giant sword that I just today filled all the seams. So I'll give that a light sand and prime it tomorrow probably, and get that ready for paint. So
You ever take your daughters to school wearing a helmet to embarrass them?
not yet. She's still in
Good
kindergarten.
plan.
My,
Oh,
da-
so
my,
it
my,
wouldn't be
my,
embarrassing.
no, she wouldn't be embarrassed. She'd ask me, you know what she would do? If I went to go drop her off and I swear to God, if I was wearing my Mandalorian helmet, she would be wearing her Minions helmet. That is my little girl. I thought it was funny. Yoast Studios came out with a Minions helmet. I think it was a couple months ago. So my daughter being obsessed with them, I had to print her one, and every once in a while she'll put it on and think it's the funniest thing. Jose, what's up, dude?
What's up, Jose?
B Dog, Aaron. I didn't even say hi to chat. Hey, chat. How are all you guys doing tonight? Thanks
Oh
for
yeah.
joining us on this beautiful Friday.
We got a lot of
Um,
folks here in
and
chat
then
tonight.
and then of course it wouldn't be a stream with me in it if I didn't have my trusty my trusty sidekick with me.
I could use one. Everybody want to
Uh,
donate to the Corona Beer Fund?
but
Uh,
yeah, I mean, one of my big things this year is
They're pack animals. They travel in sixes.
yeah.
yeah, one of my
Yes.
big things this year is I want to focus more on printing versus just the building of the printers. I did a lot of building printers last year. Um, I want to do more printing this year.
Yeah, I've been working on that. I tell you what, so this last blaster I printed, the one that I built today, I
Speaking of
actually
blasters,
printed in some Prusament filament, that Mystic Brown.
do you recognize this?
I don't. What one is that?
I mean, I know what a Picatinny looks
That,
like, but I don't know what it's
Just be
also.
careful. We're on YouTube, eh?
Yeah,
I'll
it
show you.
can't show the completed blaster or anything.
It's not completed. Does that help?
Doesn't.
Oh,
It's
yeah, that's now hell. It looks like torn. Right?
it's
On the cover.
the links.
Loads.
I haven't built links.
Yeah, that so this is actually Jesse filament. So the this is actually like it's the I don't know if it's yellow or whatever, but this is the Jesse PLA, and then this is their purple, and then the orange is Prusament.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with how nice the Prusament prints. That, and I'm really happy with how well the
As you can see, I'm getting a little bit. I'm getting a low. It's almost time for a restock.
this is proto pasta is the end of my blood of my enemies.
Ooh, nice. I
Ooh,
do like proto
nice.
pasta stuff. Yeah, that's good stuff.
It's been sitting there on the shelf, and I was like, there's not a whole lot of this left. I don't really know what to print with it. And then this came up, and I was like, okay. Well, I ran out of the Starlight Mars from Polymaker. I was like, this will work well.
The faceplate to the Sentinel print.
Nice.
hey, Dave, is Prusa? Do you know if the Prusament's going to go to cardboard spools?
No, I
God, I
doubt it.
fucking hope not.
I highly doubt. They just they just redid their current spools.
It is. That's so hard for me to break them apart to throw them away.
So I'm torn, right? So I understand why people
Why, I'm making a mill
wanted
right.
What?
cardboard um, spools for the eco friendliness of them or whatever.
Oh,
But
dude, I just burn them.
I would rather have a spool that the edges don't mess up, so that they feed off of a rep rack fine. They feed in the AMS systems fine. Right, the cardboard stuff is always questionable. You get a little ding or a little bend on it, and then all of a sudden they don't want to do work.
That's why you don't
Yeah.
use an AMS.
Well,
Or that's why you print these things.
I don't even have that as an
take
option right now.
Take me off the main focus so that we can see the rest of you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
I'm not that important.
We're gonna move on. We'll talk about what Mr. Maker Millwright's doing.
They have caught me designing right now. Sorry about that. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. My name is Maker Millwright. I'm from the Free Heathen Workshop. Happy to be here on Projects with Dad's Garage. Hello, Alex. How are you doing? Hello, Reth. Hello, Mr. Rabideau. David, nice to meet you. And howdy doody. How are you, my friend? Sorry, I was listening to you guys talk about filament and machines, and I am sort of doing a design, trying to catch up on a few things here just before Murph. If you guys don't know, I will be live at Midwest Rep Rap Festival. We have a bunch of local manufacturers in the United States that'll have product. We've got a bunch of maker chips coming down, some custom maker chips, and some stickers. I am working on both of my my charity event right now and my... So I've got some charity stuff going on. I've got some milling going on. I'm actually just fixing up a design I did 2 years ago, which needs tuning. It's getting cleaned up, but if I can, I'll sneak a chance into design when no one's watching me. And yeah, nice to meet you all. I'm a maker, designer, general jack of all trades. No, it does not. So yeah, well, yeah. Thanks for putting me on the spot, Alex. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good one, Captain.
We'll move over to Jonathan. Jonathan, what have you been up to, man?
Been working on the Death Racer, hoping to get that done for Murph in 2 weeks. It's getting a little tight, but we'll see. Hopefully, make good progress tomorrow on it.
Did you go with the standard one?
Yeah, everything's standard kit, other than the carbon rod, because I broke the first one and a few more trying to drill holes to fix the broken one.
Now, I've got a very important question for you. Okay.
Yes.
As a guy who likes barbecue and hot sauce, is that barbecue giant jugs of barbecue and hot sauce on the shelf behind you?
Yes, they are.
Perfect.
Do you guys?
That's
My
awesome.
God loves restaurant supply venues. I can see it. And Brad keeps losing connection and gaining connection. So if he comes back, we'll talk to him about what he's been up to. But other than that, guys, so news this week, there's been some announcements, some hints, some teases at some different things. Let me see if I can pull up my Google Doc that I made earlier.
Oh, we didn't get the pre-show today. I see how it is. I see how it is.
What is this? No, like Cap normally puts that together.
That's fine. I blame Cap for everything too.
So we'll take this over here.
He said he made a document. He's uploading it. Hold on.
Oh, don't help him.
No, do it now. Do it now.
Don't help him. Absolutely not.
No. Do it. Do it.
I blame Kern.
So, Creality has, I don't know if it's an announcement or a tease. I think actually they're supposed to do a live stream shortly after we're done or when we're finished.
What is Clit EK?
It is.
Sounds very sexual in nature.
I feel like a lot of people in this community aren't going to find it.
Yeah. It is. Ouch. You know, I take everything nice I've ever said.
Can I say that? Can I say that?
I still struggle, man. I still struggle.
So,
Mike said he's been looking for that. Good luck, Mike.
It's very elusive.
Let us know when you find it.
It's a tool changer in the spirit of Index, which
It's an index copy, huh?
yes,
Yeah.
They're coming.
looks like they've been doing some. So instead of just being an extruder at the tool head, they've got a second extruder so that it's feeding from the back and from the tool head at the same time. How they're synchronizing them, I don't know, but they claim to be synchronizing them, making it easier for TPU to feed more consistently and so forth and so on. Now, whether that means that's just on one of the tool heads or on all of them, I don't know.
So the
But
question is,
TPU
if
prints
it's a
beautifully,
copy of
man.
Bondtech, and Bondtech, you kind of know the price on Bondtech, right? Was about $350 or $500 for a 4-tool set. Where are they value engineering? Because it's going to be cheaper. So what are they going to do to get that price down below that?
Ties to manufacturing to start with, right?
copying somebody else's homework.
No,
Yep.
just for the sheer fact that their government is going to subsidize it. They don't have to worry about pricing. They can price it whatever they want. Their government's going to bail them out, just like the U.S. does with Ford and GM.
Yeah, but there's going to be some. I mean, it's not going to be a one-for-one copy. I haven't looked into it. I don't know what
No, it's not. It's not going to be a
pads
one-to-one copy.
Bondtech has on it either. But
The quality isn't going to be there. But
so you think they're going to skimp on the quality? Parts will break more often or something like that?
that would be my guess.
Okay.
That would be my guess. My guess would be,
The race to the bottom reality.
yep, yep. That's the unfortunate
I
nature of
first
3D printing.
I think they'll come out with actually a decent machine. Might have some issues at first, like they normally do, but I think they'll be more firmware related, addressed that way.
Does Creality do Clipper, or do they make their own version of Clipper?
It's a fork of Clipper, I believe.
So the firmware is going to be screwy then, right?
It'll probably be clunky. I feel like my experience with the K1 and K1 Max has been pretty clunky. So I would expect something similar. Me personally.
They're also claiming to be able to mix nozzle sizes in a print, which means that they're doing some work on slicers. And I wonder if that's going to get fed back to, which they're probably cloning Orca Slicer. I wonder if that'll get fed back.
Be right back. I'm gonna go grab this helmet off the printer.
Because I know that's a thing that a lot of folks have been struggling with and wanting. But
Doesn't Orca allow you to use a different nozzle sizes for a tool changer already?
I don't know. I couldn't say one way or the other. Not having a machine that would do anything like that. The only operable filament switching thing I have right now is the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder on the switch wire. So I don't really know. I had to take box turtle off and all that stuff is single tool head stuff. So
Yeah, I thought Orca had some setting in there where you could set one of the like the infill or something like that to a single a different nozzle size. I could be mistaken. I don't use Orca.
You could do that
With
in pieces, Slicer.
with the snap makers, because the snap maker dual extrusion head is available, you're able to switch. Like you can have a 2 and an 8. You can have a 4 and a 6. It doesn't matter. It just calculates the math for the flow path, so it doesn't. And then you can modify speeds and everything too. So it's all relative, right? It works good. I did 2 and 4, and that worked pretty good. So, and that's like, I assume with the tool swappers it'd be much the same.
You talking nozzle sizes?
Yep.
And did the slicer know about the nozzle sizes?
Yep. Yeah. Orca was really easy. It's because like it divides the two head. Like it's your typical configuration for a single nozzle, and then it just adds a second nozzle configuration beside it. You just switch over to the second nozzle and choose.
It's a lot of friggin' supports.
Yeah, it does warn that it's experimental. Again, the Snapmaker one isn't because it's like they have a dual extrusion head, so it allows you to switch, and they're quick change hot ends, right? So the same thing with the
to hear that,
J1
Brad.
as well.
But then the other thing that kind of showed up yesterday was the Bamboo A2L, which is going to be a very large A1 with a build volume of 330 by 320 by 325. So that's a very large bed slinger. Looks like the only thing you're losing for that is max build plate temps dropping down to 80C, which is understandable because I think they're using
It's
24
gonna
volt bed.
it's gonna
So,
be it's gonna. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a PLA printer.
but yeah, exactly.
PETG, man.
Yeah,
Nylon,
yeah.
PET G.
You're not printing
Yeah,
nylon on that.
I have.
On the A1.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't see, so not talking about the company itself, but I don't really see a point in having a super large bed slinger
Cartesian.
because as you go taller, right, that bed is still moving.
Yeah.
And so you start getting this little wobble that's going to naturally happen.
yeah. It looks
I mean,
like they've got some rear supports on that thing back there.
well,
Yeah, but so did the Creality CR10 V3.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's more of like the model itself, right? So like
Yeah.
the model itself is going to vibrate.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
with input shaping, there's going to be some sort of wobble at the very top. So why would you? I wouldn't buy it, but why would? Do any of you guys know why you would buy a bed slinger this big?
For
Well, let's
helmet.
say yeah, let's say you're printing cosplay stuff. So everything you're printing is PLA, PETG. You don't want to drop, $2,500 on an H2D to get that build volume or an H2S to get that
You don't,
build volume.
I don't even think. Do you even get that build volume with H2S?
No,
I
it's
don't think. I
bigger
don't
on
think.
one dimension and smaller on the other. And I don't think you get the Z height.
I don't think so either.
But aren't there some other like Core XY from
Uh,
like Cheedy or some of those other companies that are this big?
I
Yeah,
know,
I
but
mean,
I
you
don't think
have.
they're ever going to hit the price point of this.
I mean, you have the SVO8, which is a $500 printer that I thought was phenomenal. I still have mine. I love mine. And that one was 350 by 345. And that printer I thought was one of the best bang for the bucks that I've ever had for a printer that I've ever purchased.
I run a 400 cubed, and I use it for doing like furniture and like planters and things
Was
like
it the
that.
was it the any cubic Cobra Max or whatever?
No, Snapmaker Artisan.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
so so
let's be honest, it's probably not for the folks that are coming on the stream, and it's probably not for the folks that are going to watch this
It's for
podcast.
people that are gonna make giant flexi dragons.
Yeah.
No, I
It's
make
for,
cosplay on it. I
Yeah,
make furniture on it. I make because you can make anything with it, depending. Like again, it all depends on your the temperature
but
inside the
why a
box.
bed
But
slinger? Why a bed slinger?
what's wrong? What's wrong with Cartesian machines?
There's nothing wrong with Cartesian. It's the bed slinger.
Right, right.
Like,
I don't. Yeah, why the bed? Why make a big bed slinger? Right, like what purpose does that fill when you can go get a Core XY, print the same size bed, and print it faster without worrying about the top of the print? You know, if you get really high in the 325, your top is going to start wobbling. Why worry about that? Why?
the,
So
the
I don't.
my biggest machines at pre this 400 I had was a 310 by a 350, And when I was doing cosplay stuff at full max volume, I didn't get that wobble issue. So again, that was like
how fast were you printing?
like 150, something like that. Yeah,
At
not too bad.
what excels, like 1,000?
2K, something like that. But this was like, that was a Sunlu S8. That was years ago. And like, great for prop building. But again, you're going with fatter layer lines. You're going with, you're running hotter. And I've never, like, the problems most people run into, I don't. So, like, I don't really know. But I, like, larger build plate volume, like, I guess 300 is, like, what I would recommend max plate volume for pretty much anybody. Whether it be, a flying gantry or a Cartesian, it don't matter, right? Like, the whole issue with like you said before, the whole issue with that big piece of aluminum or whatever that is supporting your build plate moving back and forth, that produces so much torque that you are going to get that wobble. But I've never really had a problem with them personally, and I make big stuff, right? I can't show most of it because it's props, but
So for me, right, I've got my tallest Z height printer is a CR10, right?
Yep.
And 99% of the time, something that I was printing that tall, I was wanting it in PLA anyway. And I didn't care how long it took. I'd print it slow as shit and come back in 3 days. I don't care.
Yeah, I think Phil makes a good point too. Is that the bed slingers are still less expensive to manufacture and cheaper to ship because you can flat pack them.
Yeah.
I think Phil makes an excellent point in everything.
I
That
mean,
smokes.
to me,
But
I think you'll see a lot of parents buying those for their kids, unknowing really what the cons of the bed slinger. They're like, "Ooh, big printer." That's what they'll see.
Yeah.
Cons of the company. Sorry.
Yeah, touche. So that brings up a second question: is this coming out to remove the talk or distract from the talk of the A1s potentially burning down?
I don't know. Maybe.
no. This is
It would be
coming out to
nice if
fill
they
that gap.
redesigned some stuff.
That's what it is. This is, everybody's always wanting bigger machines. There's always that demand, bigger. With a 256 build plate is a good size, but that's what this is. It's without a doubt, this is the other companies are coming out with bigger plates, and that's why they're doing it.
I think he means timing.
Well,
Oh, the timing, it's pre-built scheduling. So like they probably decided to do this 8 months ago.
I don't know.
With the, I
honestly don't think Bamboo cares about
Bamboo doesn't care about anything.
Negative press.
Bamboo cares about disrupting the market. That's it.
It's attention for them.
Yes.
And they
absolutely.
know such a small percentage of people that buy their printers would ever even care about it.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the other night in the Discord. In all honesty, 90% of their market base has never even heard of their bad PR.
Yeah.
Why gray and white?
Sure.
I'd venture a guess that over 90% of their market base doesn't know what open source software means.
I would agree.
Let alone care about it.
So why gray and white?
I'm gonna paint it.
Oh, okay.
That is a sick looking helmet.
What material?
It's just PLA.
Yeah, did you go with like Cause PLA? Did you go with a PLA Plus, Polymax, things like that, or what'd you choose?
Prusament and the dark gray is actually a roll of Sunlu PLA 2.0 that they gave me at Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
Well, Bamboo didn't make yet another build plate size. The 330 has been out for a long time. There's a lot of printers that use 330.
From Bamboo?
Not from Bamboo, but from other printers.
I think that's what the comment was for.
Well, yes.
It's a new size for them.
For them, yes.
But yeah, 330. There's definitely been other printers for 330.
But you got to remember, like, the efficiency of those heated beds, the bigger you get, the less efficient they are. Not only that, but the more power wasting they are.
Yeah,
Which is like another thing that people forget.
I can verify that the Ender 3 Max Neo has the longest heat up time in history. Just to let you know, which is why it'll turn into an Ender 3 Max and G, both of them very soon.
Yeah, which is also why Prusa went with 300 by 300 build plate for the Core 1, for the Core 1L, because when you go larger than that, heating becomes a little less efficient.
So. Reth, it's price. It's price point. That's why they do it that way. Because like the Core XY machines are just that much more complicated. That it's pure price point. It's so they can keep their price point as low as possible, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because you look at the manufacturing, right, and you compare all the parts that are in this thing versus all the parts that you're not losing that much plastic, right? Because most of the machine's plastic with maybe a metal frame, but I don't know if it's just price. I don't think it's.
It'd be
like,
shipping
do we know
point.
what the price on this is? What this is going to be?
No,
but it's
that's the one thing we do not know yet.
Probably about $100 more, because you've got the P2S that they're going to need to price it under. So I'm not sure.
They're probably going to have to.
I don't think they need to price it below the P2S, just because they're two different machines. They're not competing with each other. A person who's going to buy the A2L,
well, I think it needs to probably come in below the P1S in price, though.
P1S, the P1S is kind of irrelevant.
That's been discontinued.
Yeah, the P1S is just history to Bamboo. They don't care about that anymore. I would say it'd probably be 150 to 200 more than the A1. That would be my guess.
Right now, they're estimating the price of the A2L combo at $529.
So basically the same price as the A1 combo.
Yes.
So maybe they're just moving away, because we have been expecting an A2 for a while. Maybe I think the
A1's
right?
going to go away.
Me too.
I think this is a matter of. I think a portion of it is a matter of the bad press and the fires. Because if they can just make the product go away, then the argument that causes fires. Well, no, that machine is discontinued.
Yeah. We realized that there was a underlying issue with that, so we discontinued it.
Right. Now we have this better machine. It's the A2L. I think
that's bigger.
And
it's bigger. Yeah.
It makes bigger fires.
Yeah, but it would make the conversation over the A1 go away, because it would no longer be. If its price is the same point, there's no point in making that one too.
I mean, it would have been interesting to be the fly on the wall in the boardroom, on that discussion. So, are we going to launch this thing early to avoid this nightmare,
or to put the nightmare to rest? Right?
Exactly.
I see the A1 Mini going away entirely with no replacement coming.
Oh, which I actually think that would be a huge mistake.
Yeah,
I think that's a huge mistake if they did that, because
I think the A1 is more valuable to them than the A1 Mini. I mean, I'm sorry, the other way around. I think the A1 Mini is more valuable to them than the A1.
I despise Bamboo machines, but I think the A1 Mini is such an intricately awesome little machine.
That is like if you're a parent and you want to buy your kid a 3D printer, that's the perfect size. It's like one thing at a time. It does multicolor. It's cheap. I don't see that going away at all.
The only thing they could do is improve upon it and make it just slightly better.
They're not going
some of the original bugs, but keep it exactly the same.
Like on the A1 Mini, it's the arm that hits the knife to cut the filament.
Yeah.
That fucker needs to be reinforced with metal, because I broke it in 1 year. I broke like 3 of those arms.
Just fix a few of those little bugs, that extruder problem that they had. They still haven't fixed.
They're not going to. It's value engineered as low as it can go. They're not going to fix everything on it, because people still buy them.
what they'll do is they'll make a couple upgrades to it, and they'll call it the A2 Mini.
Yep. No, that's what's going to happen. We saw it with the P2S or the P2. Sorry.
Hey, can we just please pray that they mess up and call it the 2A Mini?
The what?
Oh,
Good
the
one,
2A.
Captain.
Did nobody get the joke? Come on now.
No, you went over my head.
I was
Just
the one who
there.
got the joke.
So then, next up in news, there's Alligator teaser for a release on the 4th. I'm going to wager this is going to be a Centauri Carbon style machine, but instead of the weird multicolor thing they've got now, I think they'll go to an AMS style. It just sits on top of the machine. You don't have to have a giant top hat thing, or
I imagine it would be a larger format Century Carbon.
it
I
might
think
be
it'll be a
I agree with
350.
David.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a larger machine too.
I think it'll be a 350.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Because that's what makes me think the X is 4.
I do know through some of the research that I did today out in the car that they are also announcing a new resin printer.
Yeah.
So there's going to be two announcements.
I'd be interested in that. I gotta get into resin printing.
Oh man.
I've got a resin
I don't think you
printer
have
and I
enough
rarely
basement for
ever
resin
use it.
printing
I have garage for basement printing. I mean, for resin printing.
because resin stinks.
I have garage.
Projects in Dad's Garage 2 confirmed.
Just wear your mask. You don't want an allergy.
What do you mean?
Just need
Industrial
good ventilation.
resins typically will give you like an allergy. Not necessarily the material is probably stable and safe to some point or some degree.
If all the explosives that I breathe didn't give me something, then I'm not scared.
It's probably way worse than that.
So much. It explains
It's-
so much.
So
It's
the
all
whole
starting to
thing
make
on
sense now.
resin is all toxic, from the fumes to the materials itself. I mean, it's not a safe thing to have in your house.
They also
I can
said
tell
don't
you
cook.
it tastes funny.
They also said don't cook with C4, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a question. Let me get rid of this. Bring it back around here. Ref,
back around.
David,
So
you guys have both built plenty of Vorons. These tools are in the Voron STL files. What in the hell are these two things for?
Share the screen.
go
I've
bigger,
been wondering that for
bigger.
like
Make it
Oh,
bigger.
yeah, you're too small,
Make it
man.
big.
You got.
I can't see you, man. I need
wrong
glasses.
screen.
Okay, this one. There's this,
I have no idea.
and there's this.
Well, that is a
I-
measuring tool.
They're both measuring tools, you silly Billy.
Yeah, but that one you might have difficulty
So
measuring.
go back to
something
the other
without-
one. God, I have no idea.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I know where you're going, tough guy.
One's for length, the one's for girth.
You dirty man, you
All starting to make sense now.
dirty man.
If you know, you know, John
Yeah.
says.
No.
It's for tool head measurements.
Are they?
Ah.
No, I've never seen those before. I've never seen those before. I could honest to God couldn't tell you what that's for.
I have no clue.
I thought maybe this one was like for measuring the distance between the extrusions for the bed mount.
It could be. It could be.
That's actually very,
So good.
very viable.
Or the was in the Trident or the V2?
V2
Then yeah,
could
that's
be.
probably.
for the bed rail.
Do you have
This one, I have no fucking clue though.
Why don't go over to your V2 and
See where it fits.
and see if it fits in any spaces.
The only tools I print out are the ones for the linear
Oh yeah,
rails.
wrong camera.
The only one I print out those and the ones for the pulleys.
Pulley?
Poor car.
Yeah, the
Oh, for the
little
motor. For the motor, yes.
for
Yes.
the motor, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that one and the linear rails. Those are the only tools I print
Yeah.
out.
I mean, it fits perfectly between the screw points for the bed rail.
It could be a tool to place your freaking inserts. You're nuts.
Yeah. I have no idea what that's for.
They don't call for it in the manual. So
Yeah.
Let's not start talking about nuts. This is a family show, all right? Just
bullshit. This is not a family. Nobody told me that.
They are now tools to help fill my trash bag.
Dude,
Well, they're both
How dare
story
you not
sticks. They have a
recycle?
purpose.
what happened, guys? Like, I brought 2 down. I thought 2 would last me, but I guess not.
You thought this was a family show. That's what happened.
All right. Can we switch the topic to Murph?
Sure.
When is that?
All right. That is in a couple weeks.
Oh, did any of you guys go to Japan this weekend?
I wish.
Nope.
I wish.
In my dreams.
Belial's there. Pulsar 3D.
What happened to you going? I thought the Bondtech guys or the E3D guys were talking about bringing you out to Japan.
You know what it was? They didn't want to hear my karaoke voice. I would have put them all to shame.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? It's not about the show. It's about the karaoke afterwards.
I mean, we did hear you at Rocky Mountain all the way up on the 6th floor, so.
You're welcome.
Loud voice.
Rocky Mountain was fun. I'm looking forward to Murph. I'm actually more looking forward to it now that I saw the announcement that they will have air conditioning. So I'm looking forward to that. Brett, are you going to Murph or no?
No.
No? That's too bad.
You know, David, that's all that means is that nobody's going to be in Pavilion A.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. I've never been to Murph.
One is going to have AC and one is not.
Yeah, there's gonna be air. Still doesn't have AC.
Well, no, I think they made an announcement that they got the building with AC.
Right.
Yeah. So there's gonna be overflow in the.
Oh, for overflow.
Yeah. So all sponsors, and then after sponsors come in, first come first serve into the AC building, which is probably the building on the left, the museum. And then the first building on the right will be the main pavilion, which has been the main pavilion for years. And then, so all overflow. If you're not a sponsor, all the overflow will go into that.
Is that the one that in the past has had the swamp?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
cool.
just because I wasn't there last year. It's bad luck.
I don't want to be in that one. I want the AC.
Yeah. It is looking like I will no longer be making it to Murph.
I'm wounded. You were the whole reason I was going. I'm canceling my trip. Canceling my sponsorships.
So, the long-term disability insurance folks have decided to pick a fight with me. Still haven't been paid in 3 months, and they've decided that they're going to argue with the doctors about their findings rather than pay me. So I have no idea what's going to happen in my life, let alone with Murph. So.
Sounds like the VA.
Yeah, they might be related.
Yeah.
So anybody that's fought with insurance companies knows the story all too well, I'm sure.
That sucks. Yeah, I gotta book my trip too. I'll probably be doing that this weekend. Trying to narrow down my flight. Apparently, you fly into Chicago, and then
I would look into. I mean, you may fly into Chicago, But I mean, what I'm doing is technically I'm flying into South Bend, but I connect in Chicago. But American puts me on a bus from Chicago to South Bend. It's rental car was cheaper that way, and I don't have to pay the tolls going from Chicago.
Oh, see, I would fly into Chicago, and the rest of the Prusa team is getting a rental, so I would just sit in the back.
Okay, for you then that makes sense.
Yeah. I plan on sitting in the back seat and sleeping, unless they want me to drive, because I'm probably going to be the only one from the U.S.
Are you,
So-
I'm coming.
are you
I'm
saying that
coming in
US
through Chicago as well.
And if
drivers
that's
from
the case,
Czech Republic are bad drivers?
no,
Is that what I'm hearing?
if they want to get there quick, I'll drive.
If you want to end up in South Dakota, they drive.
Or maybe even Colorado. They'll come visit you, Captain.
I will say this. I had a fun experience with them in Colorado. So we were going for a ride for dinner to go to a steakhouse, and as we're driving, I'll leave names out of it, but the gentleman in the passenger seat got really excited when he saw In-N-Out out of the corner of his eyes, and I thought he was going to grab the steering wheel and pull the steering wheel to turn into the In-N-Out parking lot. Needless to say, we ended up going to In-N-Out instead of getting a steak dinner.
Well,
So, which is fine. I've never been to In-N-Out, so
would it have been better if it was Five Guys?
I would have preferred no, because I have Five Guys here. I don't have I don't have In-N-Out
He
here.
doesn't have steak dinner there either.
I have steak dinners here. I had steak tonight, Mr. Reth.
It's just that there it wasn't being put on his card.
No, I probably would have still paid there, but I would have expensed it.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have paid and just got
I would have felt the pain initially, but I would have gotten it back. LTX, what's up, dude?
What's up, buddy?
LTX, you can come on and show off your wares, man.
By the way, Mike, I am very excited to meet you in person at Murph.
Yeah.
And you as well, Brad. These are two gentlemen that have been longtime supporters of my channel for over a year now, and this will be my first opportunity to meet both Brad and Mike in person. So I'm excited.
They are awesome individuals. Can confirm.
They indeed.
They're better. We got to go find somewhere to get some ice cold Coronas.
You're not going to buy him a steak dinner?
I like how you turned your camera off to ask that. Say it to my face, Ref.
I got to change out prints, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that means you got to bend over for the printers under the table.
Yeah.
It's a family show. I get it.
Printer crack, you know.
Well, I hate to do this to you guys, but I did tell my family I would do this for an hour. So I have to jump off. That way I can spend some time with the kiddos before bed.
Yeah.
But it's been a blast talking with you gentlemen tonight, and I will finish the rest of this later. So have a great night, everybody.
Hey, David, before you go.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
have a great day.
What's up? What do you got? What's up? Before I go,
Plug your channel and stuff. What do you got going on?
Yes.
Armored printing, right there.
Armored 3D printing. Armored printing takes you somewhere else.
Armored printing.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed, go check them out.
I stream Tuesdays and drink Corona and do an awful job wiring printers. So come join and make fun.
Support the Prusinator.
No. Armored printing. Prusa is separate from me. I just work for them.
Okay, just Schwarzenegger of 3D printing over there, I suppose.
Be true friends and don't mention Prusa.
unless it's
That's my theme.
unless it's positive, and then go for it.
That's my theme. Just don't mention him. Just support him in his efforts.
Yeah, support Armored Printing.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. It was good to have you. It was good to
Yeah,
talk to you.
absolutely. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys
See
later.
you
Guys.
later, Dave.
Yeah,
All right.
see you later.
Bye. How do you leave?
Close the window.
Just close the window.
Just
Apparently, we need to teach David how to use a Chrome browser.
What is the internet?
Anyway, so Cap, you missed it. We talked about what everybody was up to, what everybody was doing. Tell everybody what you're up to, what you're doing, what you've been working on, man.
I drove 310 miles today. I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
That's what I'm up to. This weekend, I will probably try to do a makeup stream sometime. I don't know when yet. Depends on when I come back to life. For this weekend, for this week, my stream got interrupted by a power outage, all that, yada, yada, yada. We're going to be modernizing the Ender 5 before I actually turn it into a Mercury 1. And we're doing something that very few have ever attempted in turning an Ender 6 into a Trident. Fun days ahead.
You and
we
Reth
still have
need
the
to talk
Atlantis
to one
project.
another, since Reth is converting a
Yes.
2.4 into a Trident. Trident
Wow.
conversions galore.
Yeah. And so just to let you guys know, 20 bolting straight through a 2040 extrusion into 2020 takes really long bolts.
Whoa, that thing is not liking.
Yeah,
that camera is not liking those bolts.
There we go. There we go. We see it.
Are you supposed to bolt all the way through it?
Yeah.
Don't you just drill a hole and then use part of the end part? And you can still get by with an M5x10.
I'm going full blind joints.
Right. So you can drill a hole through that 4040 extrusion, right, to put your Allen wrench in, but you can still use the back half to screw into the 2020 extrusion.
In the corner, from corner to corner, right? It's long ways on the Ender 6, not sideways.
Okay.
So they have to go long ways through. So these are M5 by 50s. Yeah.
I'm not visualizing it. I'm trying to visualize it. It's not coming in my brain.
I will DM you a picture. That's the best way to do this. And yeah, it's insane the amount of strength that this machine will have. Just from, the Ender 6 has a massively strong frame to begin with. The way it's put together. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun build.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of Ender 6s I see floating about.
Well, there's a ton of them out there. It's just everybody wants too much money for them. I got this one at a steal at $200. So
I closed that garage door and man, is it heating up fast in here.
That's the reason I'm sitting in my living room right next to an air conditioner. I came into the house and sat down, and I'm like, I will log into the podcast in a few minutes after I cool off. Because the air conditioning in the car doesn't work because it leaks. And it was 90 degrees today, so.
That must have been a miserable drive home.
It was. Even with windows cracked. But, so yeah, I actually have a full GitHub project for this that I've been updating daily as I make changes and do final measurements and all that. So it's a great deal. And I'm going to be publishing it so others can do the same thing. Because nobody deserves an Ender. They deserve a Trident.
Is that going to be the tagline?
I just came up with it, but yes, it should. Just like, everybody converts the Ender 5 and the Ender 5 Plus to Mercury 1. So, we're going to destroy the Ender 6. And then we still also have the Atlantis project, which I now have all but 2 plates done.
Ooh, congrats.
Stupid happy about that. So
I feel like you've been working on that thing for 3 months, even though it's been like a month.
Yeah. I still have all the accessories that I have to print for that, but that is so far taken 7 rolls of filament.
It's a lot of material, man.
It is.
My new quest is going to be this thing.
Boombox. Love it.
So it's the Print Kits boombox, right? But some mistakes were made with this.
Tri-Ender. Love the
I
name.
love Print Kits, right? It's a great thing. But this particular one, the Bluetooth board that's in here needs minimum of 3.3 volts. And they've got it running off of 2 AA cells, which provide only 3 volts. So there's not enough power to drive it correctly. So you get a ton of feedback. And then there's no amplification on the board. So it's for the size speakers that are in it, it is not very loud at all. Honestly, my phone that I pair it to is louder than this thing is. So my goal is to change out the board in it to a Bluetooth receiver board that has a amplifier. It'll be like a separate power supply into it that I can hook up. They've got ones that are 3.3 to 12 volt. And then I'll have a little potentiometer knob. Maybe I'll make this knob on the front actually functionable to turn the volume up and down and run it off of 2 18650 cells or something like that. I'll have to modify the files for it, but that's my goal, is to make that thing actually a little boom box for the little one when she's out at the pool.
That's cute. I like that.
That's cool. Then you should actually do a full-size version.
Yeah, there's Luke did the speakers. They were at Rocky Mountain too. Deposition Sound, is that right?
Yeah, Deposition Sound. Yeah.
I would love to do that. So the stereo that I have out here in the garage, it's a Samsung sound tower thing, and it does all right. It's definitely loud enough for the garage, but when I open up the doors and stuff, there's, it's not loud enough to when you're outside grilling and at the pool and stuff. I'd love to have some Deposition Sound speakers that I could set up over by the garage door and pair into all of it. But alas, money. But Deposition
It does
Sound,
get
if
in the
you want to
way,
send me
doesn't it?
stuff. Yeah, Deposition Sound, if you want to send me some kits for your stuff, I'd love to build it on stream.
They are super nice. You can get a hold of them through Twitter if you talk to them.
I would require me getting onto Twitter, though.
Sacrifices to be made, my friend.
Ooh. It's not that I necessarily have anything against Twitter in particular. It's just, I don't know, anything that's not Discord or YouTube. I've been adding a bunch of people on Facebook, though, because I get on there to peruse Facebook Marketplace, and it keeps popping up like people you may know, and I'm like, yeah, I do know that person.
And then he goes through and adds every single account that person has too. Just saying.
Well, it's not my fault that it keeps saying that I might know Ryan. Okay, stop making more accounts for me to add.
uh,
Yeah, I don't know if you have so many accounts because you're a drug dealer or what's going on over there. It's like
personal and
burner
professional accounts.
accounts. I've added more than two.
No, there's just two.
Either that or he's got.
Yeah, he must just keep denying my Facebook friend requests. He's like, this guy, deny. Then the next day, it's like, you may know. I'm like, yeah, I do know that guy. Anyway, yeah, I'm super sad to not get to go to Murph. It's not set in stone that I won't be able to go, but it's definitely looking that way. Um, yeah, I'm gonna miss everybody. Uh, you got clones out there. He does. He does.
If
It's his.
only.
It's his multiple personalities, is what it is. They each make an
It
account. They
very
don't
well
know
could
about
that.
each other. You know. Wrath, are you okay?
Me? Yeah, no, I'm checking up on printers. I had another plate finish, and I had to go swap it out. And then
There we
So
go.
hoping I'm not running out of filament before I print some parts. It's halfway done, so I'm going to have to probably pause it and put the new filament in.
yeah. So last time we talked, you said on the podcast, you said you were getting ready for a delivery of some toys or something. How'd that go?
Good. I think we have about 14 on Sunday. About 14 teachers are going to show up. So it's
Nice.
roughly, don't quote me on this, about 1,000 toys.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
I just
You
got
said you
done
were printing sloths. Which ones are you printing?
Let me go. Oh, here's some rejects. These ones.
Hold on, let me make you bigger here so I can
They're
see.
like Matt Meyer.
Ooh.
They're all Matt Meyer makes, and they're like the barrel of monkeys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, those
So,
are cool.
so they
I
all
love it.
just kind of hang on, and you can, they look like sloth.
Yeah.
So I just,
I was wondering if that was them. The kiddos bought one for the old lady because she loves sloths, and she made me glue it on the front of her notebook so it looks like it's hanging on for dear life on the front of her notebook.
yeah, I just got done counting 317 of them. So that's a banker box
Holy
full.
cow.
So
That's crazy.
tomorrow I'm going to be counting turtles and little Wervins by 3D Creations, I think it is. Yeah, that's my life, man. That's how I do the hobby.
Nothing wrong
Print a
with
box
that.
of toys, count them up, print a box of toys, nonstop.
That's that's the backside of what I do. So it's like any spare material I get from like samples or whatever, that's what I love to do. Just make some of my own stuff and then I give it to the local food bank.
LTX said he just got back from the shop. It's been a long day. LTX, is it okay that I show off the boards you've been making?
Show off mine.
Yeah, make them smaller. Make me smaller. Make Cap bigger.
Thought I did.
I already got a big head, so it don't matter. I DM'd you that image, Reth.
You could do this with smaller. If the head of a button head M5 by 10 fits in the extrusion channel and hold it, you wouldn't have to go all the way through. You would just have to drill a hole to get an Allen wrench in it. I don't know if the button head. I don't know the size of your
See what
opening.
you're getting at, and yeah,
because what
I'd have
potentially
I'd
could
have to
happen.
step the bit though.
No. You could just drill it. Like so, it'd be like putting together a Voron, right? So the Voron, the button head goes into the track which connects to the vertical. But and
Yeah.
you could just drill just like a whatever the what is that M3 or M4 size hole, just big enough to get the Allen wrench through.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the torque would be on the top of the vertical extrusion like this and like this. When you go through, I don't know what that's going to do to the moving like wiggly woggly. You know, I don't know.
So this
That's cool.
is LTX is making
Yeah.
these. These are lazy Susans to use to build printers on. So that way,
Is it
when you're
epoxy?
doing, yeah, it's epoxy. LTX would probably tell you more about what kind of epoxy it is.
Um,
But then here's Kilo Prince one, which I think turned out
there,
That's
absolutely
that one
It
looks
wild.
nice.
does
phenomenal.
look sick.
It makes me want one of Kilo Prince's turntables.
Yeah, I know.
Um, and then here's Brad's.
Schmancy.
Yeah. So they're pretty awesome. He's I think they're going to LTX. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're going to be big enough for a 350 printer. So big enough for Reth to build his Trident on for sure. You get one.
No, I'm
If you,
downsizing, man. I'm downsizing to a 250 Trident.
I know, but it'll fit on there.
I just have a piece of granite or something that I got from a Castaway that I use for my flat.
Yep. 29.5-inch diameter. So, um, a 2.4 from edge to edge, like diagonally, is 28. So, plenty of room for all the buildings.
I'm looking for my tape measure to measure it out. Oh, here it is. What did you say, 29.5?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it'll fit a 350. Yeah. How heavy is it?
I don't know. You're cutting those out of MDF and then epoxying the MDF, right? Is that accurate? This is why I said he needs to come on, man. There's so many
That's
questions.
See,
so many
I
questions.
with the way he did the eyes in mine, I had this really sick idea about routering the backside out and throwing in some LEDs. But I won't ruin a piece of art, so I might have to commission a second one to play with.
LTX, you have a DM with a link to join us if you would like to come on and tell us about your stuff here.
Would
Because
there be a point in doing it in hardwoods if you're just going to cover it in epoxy?
Drink.
I'm gonna say probably for uh, a hardwood would prevent like bowing, warping,
So
anything like
a
that
hardwood
onto it.
would warp, right? Something like plywood would be more structurally stable.
Hardwood wood with a hardwood wood with a wood wood. Can we do that?
You want to sing songs, man?
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
But once hardwoods are dried and stabilized, they don't really change too much. You're not going to want to like square your extrusions on them, but they weigh about 10 pounds. So they are solid boys. Which you want really in something like that, right? It's going to sit there with a 50-pound printer sitting on it for days to weeks to months. Some of us take years to finish a build.
RJ,
RJ, yep, he's not here right now. We'll pick on him.
he can be insulted through the replay crew. So
Listen, if we make one for RJ though, it's got to be flame resistant.
They make high temperature epoxies, though, don't they?
They do, but I'm just thinking like if we make the entire thing,
They actually make
fiberglass where it
epoxies.
works, like
it
What if
might
we
have to
just
have a built-in fire
coat it
extinguisher.
in? Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was gonna say. Put that fire extinguisher foam on top.
Yeah.
yes, there's so many preventions that need to be taken place.
There's a den rail mount fire extinguisher now.
Is it really?
Yes, I saw this the other day, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing would be awesome to have in a printer.
Down under me, he needs one that doesn't release blue smoke. Poor Phil.
That blue smoke just means it's working, right?
Yeah. Well,
Sure
see
does.
what happened was Phil spent a long time watching Peter Pan when he was a kid. Really loved Tinkerbell, and heard that there was magic pixies,
I
and thought maybe, just maybe.
Yes.
we,
I'm
we
going to
can
throw
all have a
this.
dream.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this in the makers making Discord channel because the podcast channel, and you can share it if you'd like because this thing is sick, and I've been thinking about purchasing them for my printers.
So whatever happened with the Wham Bam Cloud thing? I remember when I first got into 3D printing, man, the fire extinguishing thing was uh, all the rage, right?
Machines are safe. It's like the whole fire suppression systems, all of that. The reason why it all went away because remember, there's like the burst balls. There was people who were rigging in like temp sensors and CO2 to machines and stuff. The industry just got so safe. That's why everyone's so excited about the A1s having problems. But I have an A1 with 4,000 hours on it. Just depends on the manufacturing scope and scale, right?
There's the man himself.
I think if you run a real huge print farm, maybe 500 or even 100 or more printers, it would probably behoove you, and your insurance would probably require some sort of fire suppression. I'm imagining.
Yes.
But again, it has to be non-electricals. It has to be CO2, right? And
It doesn't have to be CO2.
You don't want
like
you
a
don't want
fire
powder.
extinguisher.
No, you don't want powder with electrical because it gets into everything.
Yeah, but that's what you have to deal with, right? Like you don't want CO2 because then you're talking other human hazards like suffocating. But you could do the powder, and you just have to eat the cost of your printers. I mean, that's
Typically, in a lot of factories I've worked in, it's like always CO2 suppression, like almost always, because the powder just gets everywhere and it gets inside the machines. It's and remember, like anything that isn't damaged, right, from the effects will suck that particulate into the machine as well. So typically, from what I've seen on the industrial side, it's always CO2.
yeah, but we're not talking super industrial where people are trained.
400,
We're talking
400 machines. That's pretty
still not
industrial.
industrial. I mean, it's just commercial, right? Because they're not. It's not big machinery going on, right? These are simple printers that you just have multiples of them. Just because you have 100 of them doesn't make it industrial.
Okay.
If the printers themselves aren't industrial, right? 100 bamboos doesn't all of a sudden put you in an industrial environment. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a cost basis thing, right? I would say it would all come down to whoever's covering the person's insurance and what they want. Because at the end of the day, if you do have a fire, right? Because it is a thing, it can happen. You are going to want to be covered. So if you lose 20 machines because of the powder, the insurance will cover it. That's why you have the insurance.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's a big of a deal, right? It's on when you're using consumer grade machines in a manufacturing environment. Because that's, I mean, I have my machines because my business, I have insurance, and we got fire extinguishers here, and I have no problem breaking that thing out, burning a couple machines if there's a fire. I'd rather I destroy machines than burn down the place.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
the cool thing
Absolutely.
about these little den rail devices that just came out, they're $26 on Alibaba.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that, man. Come on.
They have huge ratings, and they are already like
Do they have any sort
really.
of certification behind them?
They are certified in the U.S. And all that good crap now.
Okay. I mean, you say Alibaba is fire, and I'm not buying it initially, right?
Well, so if you buy them in the U.S. stores, they're like $65 a piece because
Yeah, but that
markup.
starts a whole nother conversation, right? Like,
Yeah,
if I buy it in the U.S., I have a U.S. manufacturer, a U.S. importer, whoever, to go after, right? Like, thinking liability wise, right? Say I do have a fire and that thing doesn't work,
yeah,
and the fire gets, I have somebody in the U.S. that I can go after and sue for the money, right? Whoever I bought it from. But if I buy it from Alibaba, straight from the manufacturer, good luck trying to bring that person into a U.S. court. So
absolutely correct.
there are times when it'd be worth it to pay the $65 or even $100. This is what I need for my business, than to save whatever money and buy it for 10. Right? I'm not buying the device for $65. What I'm buying is somebody to sue if the device doesn't work.
Yeah,
And
there
if
is
I go ahead.
I was gonna say there is a U.S. company that is manufacturing a device that's quite similar. It's called Viox Electric, and they're charging about $250 per device.
Right, but what do you get? I mean, that's so for us as consumers, as regular Joe Blow consumers, right? That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous price.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But once again, if I've got 100, 500, 1,000 machines, that's not necessarily a ridiculous price, because if there's a fire and I lose, say 100 machines at maybe, let's say, $500 a pop, right? All because this device didn't work. I'm getting a protection for that $250 per machine here, right?
yeah,
Your device didn't work and it burnt all my other machines up, and maybe a couple of them others didn't burn or didn't work. For a business, I'll pay the money for peace of mind that I've got somebody to go after.
yeah. The question is what warranty and guarantee do they offer on top of it?
Well, it has to work, right? I
Yeah,
mean, it has to work. If it doesn't work, then that's product liability,
yes,
right? Just same way as if your lawnmower doesn't work when you open it up out of the box, right? You return it, or if your lawnmower, all of a sudden the blade, once you open up the box, the blade falls off and cuts your leg off, right? You've got somebody to go after.
well, I mean, but in fire suppression systems, it actually is even more, deadly, is because that's a life, that becomes life or death at some point, and
Right.
it's
So,
classified differently. So
right. So, I mean, that's just,
yeah,
for us as a consumers, we might buy it from AliExpress, but as me as a business, right, my nonprofit is a business. I'm
yeah,
not going to buy something like that off of AliExpress. I'll go with the what was that one we originally talked about, the cloud thing or whatever,
Yeah, the wham
yeah,
bam.
the Wham Bam. I'll go
the
with
wham
that.
bam,
And I
yeah,
know Prusa has one that's or there's ones that made that are solid core and they're more
yep,
of a stick.
yep.
But
I haven't
I
even
built,
heard of those in such a long time.
yeah, because I mean they're the I think Maker Millwright had it correct in that the machines are getting safer.
Yep,
Maybe not
they are.
all of the machines, because when you start value engineering, you start getting rid of safety features because those cost money. but
It's quality of
know,
product, internal components, right? So it's like as they do what they can to lower the price of componentry becomes less quality. It's
It's
just
almost
efficiency, right? That's everyone's push for constant efficiency, the most whatever. It doesn't matter. But continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no.
it's
That's my
almost
rant. I'm
yeah.
done.
It's almost like we're coming
Well,
back to the Ender 3 days.
No,
with that,
no, because
LTX,
Ender three's never had.
welcome to the
Yes,
podcast.
LTX.
LTX sent me a picture here. This is the hardwood version that he's working on for one of those lazy Susans for building your printers. For those that don't know, also LTX offers a variety of products. LTX, you want to tell us a bit about your stuff? Are you still there, sir? You might be having technical difficulties. But yeah, so um, in addition to these, he offers panels. The panels on the Stealth Changer were all made by him. They're pretty fantastic. Laser engraved panels and stuff like that. Um,
Can you hear me now?
yes,
Yes.
Yes,
now
we
we can
Yes,
hear
we
can.
you.
can.
Yeah, so I do mostly furniture, but since I have a big machine, I don't like it sitting idle. Then I do polycarbonate, ACM panels, hopefully aluminum soon, laser engraving. These lazy Susans have become a pretty big hit, and anything I can think of that would, help the community, I'm down to build. I just like building stuff.
Yeah. You've got some pretty awesome machines too. Um, you shared a picture of the machine that was cutting out the discs for this at one point. I can't find it. I was going to show it off, but if you happen to have it,
Let's see.
What is the benefit or the negative of using hardwood for the wood part? Like, is it why would you use hardwood over say MDF or plywood?
Depends on where you live. If you live in like Florida, then hardwood's gonna last longer because MDF is like a sponge. So even no matter how well I seal the sides, it's gonna soak up that humidity.
Even if you cover the whole disc on both sides and every side with epoxy.
So the sides are gonna soak up some of the epoxy unless I did like a penetrating epoxy first. Then that's the only way to really seal it. And it's a giant sponge.
So a surface coating of epoxy moisture will still get through.
Yeah.
Okay, did not know that. Thank you.
Let's see.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Science.
I think before long I'll need one of those.
what's the cost difference between making it in MDF and hardwood? It's got to be not an insignificant figure.
Well, if you're
Really
using
depends on
balsa
the lumber.
hardwood,
Huh?
are you using balsa as the hardwood?
No, that's hickory.
Are these on your website?
No, my website is currently shut down for redoing. I just haven't had time to redo it.
What do you expect to be charging, or what price range for these?
The 22-inch ones I've been doing for 100 plus shipping. Shipping on them is, I think it's going to be around 60 to 70 because it's a huge box. Not the 22, the 29.5-inch ones.
So it's 100 plus shipping.
Yep.
What kind of files do you need to like? What's the quality of the picture you need to be able to put it on the on
Just
the?
a SVG or a PNG I can work with.
And then does it come with the Lazy Susan hardware underneath?
Yep. It's good for 300 pounds.
300 pounds. And can I
300
can I cook
pounds on
food
one of
on it?
these lazy Susan?
What'd you
Is
say?
it is it food grade?
The Lazy Susan,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
the MDF I wouldn't use for food. Hardwood for sure.
Yeah, but once you coat it with epoxies, it's still food grade.
Not cutting on it. Epoxy's safe unless you cut it.
Okay.
So I can lay out my cut steak on it, though.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can use it with your new griddle there, Captain.
Well,
Yeah. I did
speaking
do
of
some
cut
crazy
steaks,
inlay work with cutting boards too.
yeah. Speaking of cut steaks, did anybody happen to catch the Orca Slicer Alpha release?
Oh, somebody sent me that the other day. What was new on that? I can't remember.
The
There was something in it.
anti-aliasing, new, stronger gyroid infill, and then a huge feature that does not require Bamboo's Connect. They have
Oh
their own
yeah, that's right.
cloud.
They've got their own cloud thing,
Yeah,
which I'm super excited for. I'm just going to wait for it to get out of alpha. The last time I upgraded
I
to
know.
Orca Slicer alpha build, I got burned
I think all of us
hard.
did.
I had to redo every filament and print profile I had. I was less than happy.
I'm super excited about not having to use a bamboo printer as the stable process to keep all of my profiles.
So there's
That
a
is
example
sick.
of looks like a cutting board, end grain cutting board. Is that
Hmm.
accurate?
Yep. Walnut with a maple inlay.
Nice. I've got a really nice cutting board I picked up from.
Damn you, LTX. Now my wife wants one of those.
I think I picked it up at Max Trader Days up in Lima, Ohio. It's not end grade, but it's Purple Heart and Walnut. I think. I know it's Purple Heart, but I can't remember what the second wood is. I think it's Walnut. But man, I love that cutting board. So much
Purple
so
Heart
that
will
I
last
rarely
forever.
ever cut anything on it.
See, with friends like you, I'm never getting out of debt.
There's a reason why we have the poor financial decisions in Dad's Garage
Uh,
shirt.
yes, I need to rework that shirt. I need to make that better. I can do better now. No, nobody that bought it's going to be upset because nobody's ever bought it.
I've almost bought it.
You know, I've actually sold a bit of merch recently. And I'm super excited about that. The captain's over there with his merch cup.
Maker mode, baby.
Let's see. There we go. Yeah. So, what else you been working on? You said you had some other stuff going on other than just the lazy seasons. What else you been working on?
Well, I got swamped with Virtue panel orders too.
Ooh, I didn't know that the Virtue had panels for it.
So it has 4 panels, no enclosure yet. The
Oh,
frame, the base panel, the electronics enclosure, and the bottom deck.
nice. Uh, when you say swamped, I'm just curious because I'm wondering how many people are out there building them, and it'll give us a rough idea. How many orders have you gotten for them?
This week alone, I've shipped out, I think, 10 kits, and I just got another order today.
Wow. Are they just cut panels, or are you doing custom engraving work on those for 'em?
One of them I did engraving. No, two I did engraving work. The rest are just standard cuts. I don't think a lot of them know I do custom engraving on them. And with how backed up I am right now, I'm just trying to let that slide.
Understandable.
Being
Um,
that backed up, they have chemicals for that. Just saying.
so you're not going to Murph, but are you going to show up at that Texas
Yeah,
rep
as of right
testing they got?
now, I'm gonna be at Lone Star.
Nice.
Okay,
Because
okay.
Jonathan,
I
you
might
said you
have to
were
get
going.
one of those. Yeah, as I was gonna say, that's probably my best bet to get a lazy Susan, not have to pay shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you in Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
No, I'm in Austin.
Okay.
So you guys real close together, probably. Texas is a pretty small state, as I understand it, right?
Like Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was about the size
yeah.
of Rhode Island.
Well, the joke is Houston is an hour away from Houston.
Yeah,
Like
But
Long Island or something. I don't know. I think you can
man,
walk from one end to the other eventually. Trying to find the other little piece of news that I saw that was kind of nifty that missed my little blurb that I found.
my daughter's asking where her tapestries are that she took down out of her other room. I didn't do
Tapestry. You
anything with
got
them.
tapestries at your house? How rich are
My
you, man?
no, so they're like I don't know. They're like the size of sheets. Some of them,
Oh, I
it
like
can't
they're
even
all
works.
afford
like
a tapestry this big, and you got sheet size ones?
they're all they're as thick as sheets too. They're not super thick
Oh my god! Why don't you sell one of those and buy more
Persian
printers?
style, then. Holy
because they were
Jesus.
$10 on Amazon.
I bet you got a
Uh,
suit of armor in the hallway too, right?
no, the closest thing I got to armor is this. I got myself you know a helmet. That's about it. Yeah.
Well, you could be
For
walking
Super
around
Earth.
rep festivals in full armor, you know.
I never even did the shield for it. So
Told everybody that next year, when Alex comes to Rocky Mountain, I'm taping one of those orange flags that you put on a child's bicycle to him so I can track his ass down in the crowd.
You kind of need to do that at Rocky Mountain.
I lost him so many times.
it's off chasing squirrels, my guy.
I'm like, where the hell did he go now?
uh, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I get to make it out to Rocky Mountain again.
You're coming next year. We're making it happen.
We'll see. I'm having a hard enough time getting 3 hours away to go to Murph.
If I have to drive out there and then come pick you up, you're coming.
You know how frustrating it is to have so many creators driving right past me to get to Murph. And I can't like give me a ride, bro. But yeah. Um for
Yes.
the
Oh,
team
yes.
forest for
Creality
the
is 12
windows.
years old. They're almost a
Oh,
teenager.
Are they?
Yeah.
A bunch of noise outside. There's a big event going on across the street.
Did
Has been for
anybody see any
days,
more
man.
updates on that Clyde Tech that they're coming out with yet?
I think we had
No, I
another
think
hour and 15 minutes or so
On
until
the
they
what they're
unveil
coming
them.
out with?
They
They're what?
basically cloned Index.
Oh yeah, we talked about yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
And apparently they did a better job than Bondtech. I don't quote me on that. It's just the specs on it look better. Now, if they implement it the same way the specs look, that's a different story.
We'll find out soon enough.
Wait, Mike has a meth lab, and he's not sharing. Mike, where's our cut, man? This ain't cool. The rest of us need money too. Boy, it got quiet in here real fast.
No,
I'm
my daughter's
I'm
still pestering me about tapestries.
I'm having filament issues over
Tell her
here.
to come on this. Tell her to come on the show and pester you live.
Let's not do that.
We get enough of that in Discord,
That
don't we?
would be a huge mistake, just so everybody knows, because she'll do it.
We know.
My daughter's asking if it's safe for her to walk on the rafters in the attic to go try to find these tapestries.
Oh Lord.
God.
Like, no. You have a hard enough time walking on the floor.
They think you don't know you got a child through the ceiling, right?
So I love both of my children to death. All three of my children to death. But I would definitely send the 6-year-old into the attic to walk on rafters before I sent the 14-year-old.
Interesting.
She's like, "Is it safe for me to do?" I said, "No, you shouldn't." She's like, "Can I do it anyway?"
You're like, no.
What you don't want holes in the drywall?
You dry it, holes in the kitchen ceiling.
Oh, so that's even
A
worse.
14-year-old size hole.
Smalls, get out of the attic. Jesus Christ. That's, uh, probably not right now. Maybe in the morning when the attic's not 1,000 degrees. Oh God, they kill me, or at least they try to. I try to keep my kids alive, and they're over here trying to kill me.
Sounds fair.
That's a child's job.
It
Yeah.
definitely seems like. I don't know why she wants these tapestries. She doesn't have any wall space to put them up on.
She has a feeling.
If I add any more LEDs to her room, it's going to be brighter in there at night than it is in the house during the day. Oh Lord. Anyway, so
Yes.
Mike said I send your cut to the medical bills. What?
I
A
was
private
asking
message
Mike what
in
happened to
Discord.
our cut for the lab.
Was that different than the one that I showed earlier? No, this is the same one I showed earlier, John Doe. I showed again though. We just breezed past it quickly. And where is that window? There's that window. Let's add it to the scene. Then let's flop this around, add this here. Boom. Production value. Yeah, so that's like
Wow,
the
those
index
spikes
style
look really
nozzle
good.
thing. Grabs the filament there in the
Yeah.
middle, right in here. The extruder does and pushes it through. Uh, da, da, da. So this was the part that interests me. Rethinking the extruder. Traditional Bowden setups are out of the question, and even standard director height unit struggle. They're talking about with TPU. We tried a lot, softer springs to avoid squeezing the filament, tighter tolerances in the filament tube to prevent the filament from moving too much, and even custom shaped filament guide for TPU. Then came the breakthrough. What if the extruder wasn't just pulling the filament, but was assisted by a secondary extruder unit at the rear pushing it, a dual power system? By synchronizing these two forces, the TPU no longer behaves unpredictably. It moves through the tube like a caterpillar. This allows for stable, consistent extrusion of TPU as soft as 80A, which is kind of impressive. By solving the most challenging problem of TPU extrusion, our system wide innovations unlock a massive leap in printing speed, while most systems struggle to print TPU 80A or 85 or are forced to slow down to 1 millimeter a second. This dual drive mechanism triples the industry benchmark with a stable 3 millimeters a second cubed flow. Uh, 15 millimeters a second cubed on 95A. Uh, so, yeah, I'm really kind of interested in seeing what that looks like and whether that's on like every one of the tools or just like one or two or how that works. I'm really curious. I'm really kind of excited about this one. Um, so, like I said, I think they're doing a stream here in like 8 minutes or something like that on this.
It's at the what's it's what 7 Pacific, so it'll be 10 o'clock your time, Alex.
Okay. It doesn't
So
matter.
we
I'm
got
not going
another
to
hour.
watch this stream because their streams are so incredibly painful to watch.
Eh,
Okay. If you
Yeah.
think my streams are hard to watch, goodness gracious. Um, yeah.
If you want thousands of people's emails, though, tune into Creality.
Yes. Although at this point it doesn't matter. So here, if I want somebody's email, all I gotta do is type their name in the fucking Google and it's going to give me their email address, their home address, uh the last 5 places they've lived, their phone number. Like it is not hard to find information on people. Your email account popping up on screen on stream for half a second, that's the least of your problems. And I know all these places like Aura and Delete Me and all these other things are out there, but I really feel like they're another data collection organization who specializes in removing your data from other places. So they're the only show in town. Um,
that's what it feels like for sure.
yeah. Uh, so I
I
understand.
just
I'm a
sent you a
YouTuber.
link of the Clytek in action.
Oh, let's look at that. Hold on a second. Let me remove that from scene. Add another one. Window. Is this going to be right? No, this isn't going to be right.
Show us all those DMs, dude. Show
Remove
us
from
all
scene.
your private DMs.
Yes, there's not much there. This is what I showed you. Uh, and now I know. Go away. Stop. Okay, there we go. Window. Share. Add to scene. Now we're cooking with fire. Uh, all right, here we go. So Zombie Hedgehog posted this.
Yeah.
Um, I like the fact that this picks it up from the back rather than the front.
So they're doing the same thing Snapmaker's doing with the U1 in that regards.
Yeah. Reth, as somebody who prints a lot of stuff and has to take stuff off of build plates, uh, what do you think? Would you rather have the tools in the back or in the front?
Tools in the back would be better. It just from a once again a maintenance point of view, right? To try and get in there, like a cell changer takes it from the front, and you have to account for that space when you're printing and how high you can print underneath it. My concern with something like this though is the cantilever over the x-axis, and if you don't get that right, you could start wobbling your tool head, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be my concern with this. Like, let's say because you have on one side of the tool head you have your umbilical, on the other side you have your Bowden, and if something happens, they may not be pulling the same, right? And you could be rocking. I have to see actually how it performs and what's the life on it, but that would be my concern is cantilevering over the x-axis like that, where the two wire, like if I remember correctly on Bondtech, the wires are the Bowden and the umbilical are closer together. But that would be my concern. I like them. I like it from the rear better, but
Uh, John Doe, I assume you're talking about this drinking game being on the Creality stream. John Doe has proposed that every time they say new technology or innovation, you have to take a drink.
I don't think this is new. I mean, this isn't new technology. I mean, when you look at like the overarching, it's it's not new. Even Bondtech is an improvement upon Cell Changer. Cell Changer is an improvement upon something else.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there are facets of this that are new, just like Bondtech has facets that are new, right? They're using induction heating. They basically this looks like a copy of a Bondtech just from a rear. But what technology would be? Is there anything groundbreaking that you guys would think is groundbreaking in this video?
I don't know. It'd be
Nothing that I
groundbreaking
can
if they
see.
actually released it and you could purchase it. That'd be great.
It'll be
I'd get delivery
groundbreaking.
of it.
So I just hit a few Reddit threads, and they're saying that there's a betting pool basically going on of what the estimated launch price of this is going to be. Right now, everybody's saying 1,500.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
where
why do they have two umbilicals? So if you look where the Bowden's at, there's another wire behind it.
You're right.
So are they using that
You're
wire
right.
behind it to actually to provide the heat for the hot end? And the first
Probably.
wire is just providing the electronics for the tool head, like the extruder motor?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
I would actually
so
almost like that better than the induction thing. I've questioned that since the word go.
I don't have a problem with the induction per se. I don't think it's going
I
to have
don't
a
have a problem
wide
with the
temperature.
induction. I have an issue with the temperature sensing on the induction.
What do you mean?
Being able to accurately measure the nozzle temperature without an actual thermistor on the nozzle.
Okay, I don't know.
I've asked a couple times how they do it, and I've gotten two different answers. I've gotten one where they assume the temperature of the nozzle based on like the PWM and stuff like that of the induction, the electricity sent to the coil. And then I've got another answer of like a kind of like you would do like a thermometer where it's like a IR sensing kind of thing. I don't think that the IR sensing one's accurate, but I don't know. Right?
It might be. I mean, we're not talking. multiple decimal points, right? I mean, most of
Yeah.
our temperature sensors aren't they're not PT100s, right? I mean, there's a reason you got PT100, PT1000, and all the crap that we actually use. They're not super. I think it's what 10% or 5% on most of our thermistors. I don't know.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on how accurate it is, but I would actually kind of rather it be on the thing. And also, you could preheat your nozzles that way, so that when it goes to pick up a tool, it's already heated up.
So after building a cell changer, right? I know you're building one now. The preheat can actually cause a lot of ooze depending upon what nozzle you're using, right? What temperatures you're at and the materials.
Hmm.
So I actually like the fact that Bontex heats up with the induction, obviously, pretty instantly, right? There's no delay. So that to me is better than the stealth changer where you have to figure out, get the little wiper on it, make sure that's there, make sure you're using the right nozzle so that you don't have too much ooze coming out, make sure you retract. Like, there's a lot less to go wrong when you once you kill the power to the induction. Um, it doesn't ooze anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they can turn off the power to the nozzles that aren't getting used, but when you know that you're getting ready to switch to a nozzle, you can turn on the heating before it goes to pick it up.
Well,
Even
that's the point of
if
the
it takes,
induction is you don't have to do that, right? Like the heat up time is almost instantaneous, so there's no point in preheating. You know, but another thing that kind of worries me on this long term. Those wires may break after. I mean, every wire breaks, right? So what if
yeah,
the
you're introducing more failed points.
more failure points, more wires, more failure points? I bet you it's not induction heating this one. I bet you it's regular heating.
Yeah. What it kind of looks like, because it looks like there's like a cold side right there below that filament pathway, and
I'm going to surmise that on this one you're going to get a lot of the stealth changer issues with ooze. I think ooze is going to be a big deal with this until you can get that preheat time down and the if it's Creality and if we're value engineering, the wiper that's on the bottom of that tool head is going to be a consumable part that's going to have to be
Mhm.
replaced. Just I'm just guessing here based upon the price point. I'm assuming Creality is going to try to hit, which is going to be low, so they can get the adopters, steal the early adopters from Bondtech.
yeah.
Is anybody taking bets on who delivers first, though?
I
Oh,
think Creality will
Creality.
deliver first. I think it's going to have a lot of buyer's remorse though.
I will bet that they already have at least 1,000 units of this built.
Oh, probably more than that. It's probably going to be, uh, Apple S kind of thing where, okay, here's our product announcement. Go pre-order it today. It's shipping on Friday.
Is it just the? This looks like it's a complete printer though. It's not just the aftermarket add-on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a complete
it's a
printer.
complete thing.
So it's really not going up against Bondtech per se. It's going up against what's the one that was at Rocky Mountain?
All right, boys. I got a previous engagement. I gotta go. Thank you very
Have a
much
good
for
one.
having me. Always a pleasure, gentlemen. Please be safe. Take care of yourselves. Have a great night.
Have a good one, bud.
Have a good
Good.
night. What's the one that was at Rocky Mountain? The tool changer,
Oh,
Snapmaker.
Uh, oh yeah,
Snapmaker. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this would be going up against Snapmaker because Bondtech,
Yeah.
the beauty of Bondtech is you can add as many tool heads as you want.
yeah.
Right? You could.
I think this is aimed at your Snapmaker, your FlashForge, your Prusa with Index. Um, you know, also competing against like your H2C type thing. Um,
The
so
issue I think that they're going to have in selling this is the Snapmaker is such a popular and positive product right now that they're going to have to beat Snapmaker's price point, and
Hmm.
that's going to be a hard sell.
Mm-hmm.
What does
Yeah,
Snapmaker go for?
I
About 600?
900.
Nine hundred
Snapmaker is at
bucks,
900 now.
and if they put this on the market for $1,500, it's a no go.
It's a no go.
It's a
Yeah,
non-starter right off
Now
the bat.
this is probably going to be, if I had to guess, Creality at the way the market. I bet you this is going to be a $700 printer, $800 max.
But they can't even do that with the K2 right now.
I mean, it might be. Does Creality sell filament?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It might be one just to get, because you're right. Why would you buy
they
this
would
if
have.
you can get the Snapmaker? Is it going to be
They would.
bigger?
We don't know.
that's we don't know.
That's Snapmaker's
But I mean, the
only failure
Snap,
point right now is its size.
and I
But
agree. It's
this
one
looks like
sitting.
a small printer.
What
I
is
mean,
it? Two
with that,
seventy?
with having right there. Yeah, it's 270 by 270 by 270.
I
So
mean, that's
John
what
Doe
this
makes
looks
a
like.
good point with he says Creality is premium, right? So for a
Creality is what?
lot, Creality's premium, and it may not be. So it may not be. But here's the thing: it's got a lot more name and brand recognition to it than Snapmaker does, and it's
Yeah,
also in
True.
stores. You can't walk into a micro center and throw your credit card down and buy a Snapmaker.
Yes, you
This
can.
will be.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
did they put
That's
them
where I
in?
bought mine.
Oh, nice.
That's
Yeah,
where,
But
that's where I
yeah,
bought mine.
for a long time, like you weren't going to be able to do that.
yeah.
So that's
I,
awesome that you can. But
in my
But I
mind,
mean,
Creality is the lower end entry level. Maybe I still have like Ender threes in my brain, right? It it's not something that's going to be top tier
well, see,
machine.
they didn't step up their game until the K2 Max, in all honesty. And that was just this last couple of years. And then they still had a bunch of problems with that thing. I don't own any of the higher tier products that they have at all. I mean, I still have a bunch of bed slingers, for God's sakes. But I've been looking at them for the last few years going, are any of these actually any decent products? And the K2 Plus combo right now is selling for $1,500.
That's a
That's not
nope
the
for me.
max. That's not even the max. That's the K2 Plus.
let's remember that Creality has no qualms with releasing a better product at a lower price than another product that's inferior in their own product line.
So that was, that was something I was considering just now. If Creality launches this product at an under $1,000 price point, they're going to start a bidding war that every manufacturer is going to have to match.
No, I don't think so. I don't. There, the printers now are at really low price. When you look at it, like there's not a lot of
Except for Prusa.
margin, except for Prusa.
Yeah,
But
except for
there's not a lot
Prusa.
of margin in these things, right? Like Bamboo has really driven the margins out of 3D printers,
Yeah.
and
But they're
so
also not made of actual extrusion anymore. They're all stamped steel and plastic.
yeah. But you're still, I mean, you're still talking.
Yeah.
They've got people to pay, right? Like
Yeah.
what are they? I don't even know what they are, but I can't imagine they're making huge margins like they were. I
No,
don't
and
know.
I think that's one of the reasons why every manufacturer out there sells filament now is because that's their money maker.
That's the moneymaker. Well, and Bamboo, it's your data too.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
true
real money
for
maker.
that's true for any one of these companies where you're using a cloud based anything though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Bamboo got caught. They're all doing it though.
I on this machine, I wonder. So I talked to the Bontech guys over at Rocky Mountain, and their biggest issue was repeatability and the reliability of parts, right? Like they wanted all the parts to last at least 1,000,000 tool changes,
Hmm.
right? So be able to go back and forth on something for 1,000,000 times before something breaks. I wonder how many tool changes this thing can do before it breaks.
I don't know.
Oh
And
yeah.
I talked to the guys at Bontech, and they told me basically the same thing. I also think that they set their goals a little too lofty. 1,000,000 tool changes is a lot of tool changes.
So let's think about that, right? So we have, let's say a standard print that some of you guys do is what, say 200 tool changes, right? And let's say that print takes what is the fair number? 8 hours.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so that's
say
600
yeah.
tool changes a day. So 600. Let's say we're running at 365. That's a 1 year is 219,000 tool changes. So 1,000,000 tool changes, little less than 5 years.
What's the
Uh,
average lifespan of your printer, though?
my printers, I'm not, mine aren't average. Mine are still
No, I mean
going.
of the average consumer printer is market research says it's 2 years.
Right. But then again, if you're buying Bondtech as a standalone option, you want to support it. Well, let me rephrase. What's the standard lifetime of a Mark III or a Prusa? Right.
That's a different ball game.
Well, that's who
You're
they're
paying
selling
a
to, right?
premium for a premium product.
Right. Then that's who Bondtech is selling to. Right. That could be
But
the integration.
Bondtech is building their system to be universally accepted on any printer.
Right. And who's going to do that though? Right. You're not going to do that necessarily to.
I mean, you're obviously not going to put it on an Ender 3, but
You may not also be able to put it on I don't know, a Keyedy or something like that if the tool head's not compatible. So you're really looking at like DIY ones. Anything with an
it's mostly going to
extrusion.
be the DIY printers, and people go through. They may keep the same chassis, but they go through revisions of those printers, like they change underwear.
You know, I'm not going to disagree with that statement. But I will counter it in saying if I have this on a tool changer, like if you build a tool changer, you're generally not going to not have that be a tool changer, right? If you went through that effort.
Yeah.
So you may only buy one of these, or you may have like the cell changer for your V2s, and then have this for your Tridents, or the Bondtech version for your Tridents.
Yeah.
I wonder on this.
I think a more realistic view would maybe be 500,000. 1,000,000 is a long time.
I can give you 500,000. That would be, let's say that's 2 years, 2.5 years of printing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I bet you this is not even set to that though. I bet you this has probably got 250,000 tool changes before someone breaks.
Probably. I would say
you're
probably dead
look
on
at
that.
the U1 and the Flash Forge and all these. Look at them and go, how many tool changes can I get? Not just like how many is possible, but how many can I get before the degradation on the parts is such that now my prints are of an unacceptable quality. Yeah, it may still change the tools, but do I like the prints that are coming off of it?
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, the reality is the only way to test that is to actually have one of these machines printing constantly for 2-3 years.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Creality should send me a printer and we should test it?
We should. And the filament for 2 or 3 years.
I mean, so in my experience, the Bamboo Mini I had lasted less than a year, right? At 24/7 printing. If you can get a year out of, depending on its price point, a year out of this at 24/7 printing, you probably got your money back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're.
Well, I mean, financially equivalency, the Bamboo Mini $249 printer lasts a year. If you printed 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, you really got your money out of it.
Right, but I don't. I did. I got it for free though. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
But
mean, but that's the point is made though. I mean, it's just like you buy a $2,000 car and drive it 100,000 miles. You really got your money out of that car.
So if I buy this printer, right, and or Cap or Jonathan buys this printer, and you can get 365 days of 600 tool changes a day. That printer is going to end up lasting us to the point where we don't want it anymore. We want something else
Yeah,
because we're not going to be printing that much. We're not like there might be, 3 times a month that I'm trying to print something that's multicolor, right? And that's what I fire this printer up for. If I'm printing something that's single color, I'm firing up a different printer, right?
yeah.
So,
I mean,
hey,
I
yeah,
can see
go
I
ahead.
can see people would use this. I can guarantee this printer is not meant for an abusive environment.
But what
no,
qualifies as abusive?
I don't think it's a print
Print
farm printer.
farm.
Okay, just
Yeah, I don't
constant
think it
printing,
is.
24/7 printing.
Yeah,
No.
it is meant for the hobbyist at home that I want to print this multicolor print. It's going to be printing 3 or 4 days at most
I could,
for a week or two a month. It's not going to be printing 7 days a week, you know,
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day, or even 10 hours a day. It's going to be printing off and on, as something sparks the imagination, just like a normal hobbyist at home does. They're
Yeah.
not
Hmm.
printing like we do.
John Doe makes a good point, right? So, it, with this release, you're going to have replacement nozzles available. And that means that you're going to have a new thing for the DIY community to tinker with, right? Because right now we don't have any nozzles or anything like that we can use to build a system like this on our own,
Hmm.
right? We're waiting for Bond Tech. We're waiting for somebody to drop a nozzle that we can freaking use to do this.
well, it's
And
not just a
honestly,
nozzle; it's a whole tool head, right?
yeah, but so a nozzle like this, if it heats up independently, right? Then we don't need an induction system. Like
You just
the
don't like that
community.
induction system. That you're just
No,
you can't get
Well,
over
no,
that,
I
can
see
you?
what Alex is trying to say is we're going to be able to take
this
to
is way
take this
easier
whole
to make
thing.
and build from.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can.
think you're going to be able to tinker with this at all.
Oh, I
I,
bet you
I,
will.
if they don't use a V6 nozzle, if it's a custom nozzle, I don't think you're going to be able to really tinker with it without it not working.
No, 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 not the printer. Buy the nozzle and use that in my Voron to do
Yeah,
my own tool changing kind of thing.
It's really going to come down to how they are locking that part in, right?
Yeah.
How are they actually making the connection between the tool head and the hot end? If they've got something funky going on there, I doubt you'll be able to easily integrate it.
No, but
we'll have to wait and see.
the community has never said no to a challenge.
Yes, but it comes down to, is it worth the challenge, right? Is it
Yeah,
worth implementing the challenge, right? Because if they've got some funky thing where you need a certain piece of metal of a certain size to hit a certain clicking thing, it may not be worth it, right? To integrate. So I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying someone won't be able to do it, but it'll be like, is it actually worth the trouble to do it?
Well, I mean, it gives us something. Right now, we don't have anything. Right now, we're sitting here on our thumbs waiting for a product to come out that we were promised a year ago.
Oh, I'm not. I
A
got
couple
nothing
of
against
products
that,
like
man.
that.
What was that?
There's a couple of products like that right now. We've been waiting over a year on.
Yeah, it's getting
I mean,
frustrating.
the whole Bondtech thing has gotten so bad that there are so many designers out there that have said, "Screw it, I'm making my own tool changing system," and they've done it because they're sick of it.
Yes.
The announcing a product and then having to wait months to years.
I mean, Prusa did the same thing with the XL, right? I mean, that thing was delayed
Yeah,
forever.
Oh God, yes.
I mean, even Voron's done it with the Phoenix, right? It was announced, and it's like, well, where is it? And why did
yeah,
you announce it so early when you're not really ready at all?
Still don't have a
yeah.
Phoenix yet.
It's annoying.
It is. It's
Fall
even
this
more
year, maybe.
annoying when a company has your money
Mm-hmm.
and you're not just waiting for them to make it available to buy. You've done bought it and you're waiting to get it for
But you
years.
also signed up for that risk when you when you paid your money without a product being actually launched. I mean, that's a little on the person
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
gave the
yeah,
money.
the problem with that
yes
type of
and
scenario
no,
though
right?
is, especially with the Kickstarters, they promised a product, they promised a timeline, and then they go, oh well, we couldn't meet it. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's the risk you take with Kickstarter, right? You're not. It's not a store.
Yeah.
It is. You are giving money on hoping that it will be a product.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but so when you're going to Kickstarter and stuff like that, yes, like uh,
That's why
I
I
feel
don't.
bad for you, but at the same time, you should have like Googled it a little bit. But when you went to Prusa's website or Bombtech's website and you
Yes,
hit, that's different.
Yeah.
That is,
I
there's
personally don't
some
view it as being
expect.
different. I
No,
personally don't, because you're still
there's,
giving money for something that not released.
yeah, but there's some expectation that there's going to be some sort of expedience to this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
John Doe's technically right. Announcing a product should mean that it's heading into a final production.
I agree. I agree with that, John.
Yeah.
Not that they're just actually starting to create it. Hey, we've got an idea.
I
We don't
don't
have anything on paper, but we want your money now.
I
I mean,
don't mind announcing and saying, "Hey, we're working on this. This is coming in the future." I don't have a problem with that, with teasing upcoming technology and saying, "Hey, this is 3 years out, but we just want you to know what kind of stuff we're working on, what the future looks like." But there's a big difference between that and saying, "Hey, you can buy this. You can go pre-order this now.
I would
Give us your
agree.
money
I would
now."
agree.
There's a
The,
Kind of
the
big
like.
one thing
difference.
Go
the
ahead.
one thing I wish that this our community would stop doing, the business side of it, is I wish they would get away from the Kickstarter thing completely and start going, if you would like to be part of a venture capital group, please join up here, because this is a risk. You need to acknowledge it's a risk,
But
and
that's what
here, dump
Kickstarter
your
does. I
money
mean,
over here. But
Kickstarter, that's what it does.
but nobody advertises it that way.
Yeah, but it's all in the terms of service of Kickstarter. If you
It
go
Yeah.
scroll
is.
to the bottom,
When you
It
go to
really
pay for
is.
something on Kickstarter, it lays it out for you
It
yeah,
does. It
that you
does.
may never even get this thing.
It
But
does.
and that's
But
that's the
that's
risk
nobody
you're
reads
taking.
that.
But
No,
no. It's your
you
risk.
know,
Everyone knows that it's your risk.
everybody knows, but nobody reads it. And then they go 6 or 8 months later, or 2 years later, or in my case, 10 years later, with some of the games that I've
Yeah,
invested
I'm
in.
still waiting on video games too, man. But that's
Star
the
Citizen,
money.
right? Star Citizen? Huh?
No, I didn't do Star Citizen. I did something else, XL or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I had a
but
buddy drop like thousands on Star Citizen.
3Gs, man, three Gs on Star Citizen for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, 10 years ago. And we still don't have a finished product.
but that's the risk. That's the risk.
It is. It's the risk, and I knew what I was getting into. But you know, in our stuff, we have large companies.
I think that's wrong. Okay, so
We have large
it,
companies using Kickstarters, and it's ridiculous.
I would agree with that. Like for a startup company, like you and I say, let's make a 3D printer company and we're going to do it. I think at that point, for us using Kickstarter is probably a viable option. But I
Yes,
think Kickstarter should be kicking off any companies that actually are already in business.
yes,
And
absolutely.
now we're paying, the Kickstarter itself is paying for the R&D to develop it. I think that's a problem because that's what that company should be doing. And if they want to do the pre-sales like the Prusa XL did and all, let them do that over doing the Kickstarter.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
get
way
so
customers
frustrated.
have some sort of recourse
Right.
if they don't get their product.
Because they're using Kickstarter as a liability shield at that point.
Yeah,
That's all they're doing. That needs to be
it's like
made illegal, flat out.
it, if I go to Kickstarter to buy company XYZ's new printer and it never gets delivered to me, I have no recourse. If I go to their website to buy company XYZ's printer and I never get it, my bank will just do a chargeback and I get my money back. Right.
Eventually, yeah.
So
It's
you've
just
got
one of those
some sort
things.
of recourse and some sort of consumer protection, right? It's the same reason that uh, eh, everybody tells you when you're buying something from somebody on, uh,
PayPal. You don't use PayPal, friends and family.
yeah, do it as goods and
Mhm.
services, right? Uh, and if you're selling something and you don't want to pay that fee, add an extra 3% on the what you're asking. Like, just
We just we as the consumers need to start saying no to these things and stop being so damn gullible is what it ends up being.
you know, I'd be interested to know in all the 3D printing community how much money is tied up into Kickstarters, pre-orders, whatever you want to call it, Indiegogo, where somebody has paid for a product that they are promised in the future. How much money is tied up in that right now across all of it?
I have no.
Millions.
I'm sure it's over. We're over millions, but I have no clue on the. I have no idea.
I wonder if that's actually
Mhm.
that would be interesting if somebody could find that out.
I don't
You'd have
think
to
there's
first
any
find
way
out all the
to find it
projects,
out, but it's
but
not an insignificant number, I assure you.
yeah.
But I'm going to go, gentlemen. It was a
Yeah,
Same.
pleasure.
it
It
is
is
time to
time to
wrap up the
end.
podcast in general. So, um, if you haven't already, if you're new here, uh, please like, subscribe, do all those YouTuber things. You know what they are. People have been hounding you about it forever. I'm gonna hound you about it now.
That
Um,
failed.
if you'd like to support the channel, you can become a YouTube channel membership. There's merch. Some of it's pretty cool. Uh, so check that out. There's a link in the description. Outside of that, I am Alex, Projects in Dad's Garage. I'm joined here tonight by LTX. LTX, welcome to the podcast yet again. First time here. Would you like to tell us a bit about what you do, where they can find you?
You can find me on Discord, LTX Designs, Instagram, LTX.designs. Eventually, the website will be back up. Um, Maker of all things. If a
Yeah,
machine can make it, I'm the guy that can do it.
yeah, he makes
Cool.
fantastic products. Cap, what about you? Where do they find you?
Um,
What?
Just type my name. You find it. No, just kidding. You can find me on my link tree. That's the easiest one. Just go to the great link tree / Captain Kern, and that'll bring all the fun things together.
Or on my Discord in voice chat most
Yes,
days.
I'm always there. I don't
Yeah.
ever go to my own Discord, so
I've even offered Cap that he can just kind of like integrate, and I'll set up some channels for him, and
yeah.
he can just move into my Discord.
But see,
He already
I actually
has.
I tried to convince my buddy to move all of the what do you call them? The uh, when you pimp the Discord,
Yeah, yeah.
because he's got like $58 and because I have a custom link,
Yeah,
and I'm like, would you mind doing that over here? And he's like, no, I'm going to do it for yours only. I'm like, okay,
that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Jonathan, what about you?
Pretty much the same thing. I pretty much live almost on Alex's voice chat as well, pretty much every day on
Guys,
Discord.
the voice chat be rocking. Okay. You guys need to come over, check out the voice chat, join the Discord. Uh it's it's public. Make sure you go through the verification thing. If
It's a
you join
400.
and I see that you're in a whole bunch of other 3D printing discords, I'll verify you and I'll give you the role as member. But
It
you know,
just to let you know, it's a one-time fee of $499 to join.
you can pay me $499. I will not argue with you, but there is no fee to join.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
guys,
trying to work it for you, man. Jeez.
you all have a great weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Enjoy all the other streams that happen over the weekend. We'll talk to you later. Have a great night. Later.
Later.